Things are getting thick and thicker in Kenya. Today, 17th of June 2025, there were two groups of protesters in Nairobi CBD. One group was pro-government, while the other group was against the government. And as time went by, these two groups clashed. There were running battles between these two groups. I want us to put all that into perspective for Kenyans to see clearly what's happening here and why I strongly believe that the country is going to the dogs. If you're watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. During last week's protests, some protesters were seen wielding pangas as they charged against the police. I think the incident happened in Nakuru. And in Nairobi, some protesters even attempted to snatch rifles from the police. According to our constitution, a protester should not be armed. The protest should be peaceful. It's very clear that what we are seeing in these recent protests are not peaceful. Some protesters are clearly armed. And even as I speak today in Nairobi CBD, some protesters singing one term had rungus. They were chanting one term with rungus. Have a look at that video briefly before we continue. A protester should be peaceful and should not be armed. The mere fact that some protesters were armed clearly shows some goons might have infiltrated the innocent protesters. So we might be having goons on both sides. The government side had goons, and these anti-government protesters, there were also some elements of goonism in them. So there were goons on both sides. What can make a government use goons to contain dissidents? A government will only use goons if the police cannot contain the protesters. And that shows that government is growing weak and weaker. So Ruto's government is clearly growing weak and weaker. The police are not able to contain protesters. That can be a sign of a collapsing government. So the president has to do something urgently before it's late. Goons cannot win against the people because the people are always more than the goons. Eventually and obviously, the people will overpower the goons. So Ruto's government has to go back to the drawing board to understand where the rain started hitting it. From what I observed today also, William Ruto's government has not addressed the political problem bedeviling his government. And I'm saying a political problem because largely our politics is ethnic based. Kenyans, a majority, are always very loyal to their ethnic leaders. There are some people on the streets today because their ethnic leaders are not supporting William Samoei Ruto. If William Ruto can adequately address that problem, then he can succeed in arresting the situation. In 2022, there were two main blocks that brought this government to power. There was the Kalenjin bloc, and then there was the Mountain bloc. Rigathi Gachagua and his team have confirmed that the Mountain gave William Ruto about 48% of all the votes he got across the country. Rigathi has been kicked out. William Ruto has not yet replaced the Mountains bloc. He has not yet fully replaced it. I'm seeing William Ruto still trying to hang on to some elected leaders from the Mountain, thinking that those leaders will help him replace the Mountains bloc. I see that as a good move, but William Ruto should not hold on to those leaders, thinking that they will help him calm the situation the way it was in 2022. He should find an alternative replacement to the Mountains bloc. And he can only do that by bringing an ethnic politician into his government. Let him support and give that ethnic politician all the goodwill. And that ethnic politician should be a leader whose support can match the 48% that Ruto got from the Mountain. Ruto did bring Raila Odinga and the ODM party to his government. But Raila Odinga and his troops, they are still giving out mixed signals. A confirmation that William Ruto has not cemented the relationship between his team and this Raila Odinga's team. Let Ruto fix that problem. If he fixes that problem, then what we are seeing can easily be contained. He can decide to do what he wants after 2027. But for now, William Ruto has to lie low and let he make sure he has another block that can replace the Mountains block. Raila supporters and even leaders supporting him, they have not fully embraced Ruto's government. Yes, a majority are supporting Ruto's government, but they are not fully supporting Ruto's government. Ruto should find a solution to that. Last year, Gen Zs were on the streets, and the protests were largely across the country. And even these ones that are currently going, maybe if nothing is done, they might spread to other parts of the country. Ruto should address what Gen Zs raised last year. Ruto promised a lean government, but we are seeing his government being enlarged every day. Government advisors are being added. More posts are being created. The same corrupt government officials are still in power. And even those who are sacked, almost all of them are back in government in various positions. Ruto should address what Gen Zs raised last year. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Stay tuned for our next analysis. We are working on a detailed analysis on what happened today. Let's meet in that analysis. Thank you.